On the latest episode of Claim to Fame, a fan favorite challenge returns with Pompadour and Circumstance. I'm Lizzie Frizzle. This is the Recap Corner. Let's talk about some TV.
Should we go do this thing? Yeah.
Season 3, Episode 3 is called The Wolf in Boy's Clothing. Can you guess who's going to be a main character?
The issue with pulling off the sheep's head mask is everyone knows you're a wolf. Once you rip off the sheep's head mask, everyone knows you're the wolf. They saw me as I was, the wolf in the sheep's mask. I want to be the wolf in sheep's clothing. Wolfie, baby, wolfie. I have definitely proven myself to be the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Unsurprisingly, the episode begins with Miguel. He styles his hair not into a pompadour, but into how it usually looks. It's the morning after he successfully tricked his castmates by calling himself a Banderas. To celebrate, he and his ally/scene partner Diedrich have named themselves the Wolfpack. But I think we all know who came up with it. Downstairs, Diedrich and Danny trade super relatable stories about times their celebrity relatives shut down entire stores so they could buy 4 cars worth of stuff.
The first time I realized we was real celebrities, bro, my uncle came and got us and took us to Toys R Us. Bro, we walk into the store and we like, get what you want. Man, we piled up and he goes, we gonna need like 4 more cars. And 4 more cars pulled up.
It reminds me of a situation that happened with me too. When I remember my uncle shut down a whole Foot Locker. Like, I had Jordans, I had tracksuits.
Later, Danny and Naomi speculate that Diedrich is related to Michael Jackson because of his popularity in the 1980s, clues about giraffes and bubbles, and because of the time Diedrich called himself Mr. Jackson.
And they'll be like, a real Mr. Jackson again?
But Adam thinks Diedrich's uncle is Little Richard on account of a piano on the clue wall and the multiple Best Rock Song of the Year Grammys Diedrich said he won, even though that could be a lie, and also Little Richard never won any Grammys. To test their theories, they call Diedrich Little Richard, then later Mr. Jackson, but he reacts defensively both times, so the experiment fails.
Hey,
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
What it do? Excuse me?
I said good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Why would you call me Mr. Jackson? Well, that's better. Whatever you just call me is better than Little Richard.
You related to Little Richard?
Little Richard?
Yeah.
I don't want to be called Little Richard, man. You ever seen that, brother? Call me Jay-Z before that.
Outside, the Jonas hosts introduce the cast's next challenge.
We're playing telephone. Let's go.
Kevin recites a limerick full of clues about the celebrity relatives. Then, competing in 2 teams of 4, contestants pass the poem down from memory, relay race style. The last person in line pulls props mentioned in the limerick from a shelf full of decoy junk. After Franklin checks their work, the process repeats with a second poem. And this year, the whole thing's harder because it only took 2 seasons for the contestants to fully figure out how to min-max the challenge.
There once was a funny little bunny who set up loud battles for money. With the guitar, they sang songs.
Funny, battle, funny, songs.
Bunny, funny, songs, battle.
Yup.
Funny, songs, battle.
Funny songs, battle.
The last player on each team will have to locate not only props that correspond with the clues, but there will be missing words as well. You'll need to know the entire limerick this time.
The show also added new types of phones, like voice modulating
Hogan, who's in this raid, and it's oddly peculiar.
and mega.
There once was a light!
There's even an obstacle course now, made of velvet rope hurdles and a slip and slide. Teams have only 1 hour to recreate both limericks. Whichever group does it faster wins. This time, the Balls of Fate choose Danny and Shane to be team captains. For the red team, Shane picks Naomi,
I got Naomi because she's smart. She puts things together.
Miguel,
I got Miguel because I know he hustles.
and Diedrich.
And then I got Diedrich because he knows a lot of stuff about a lot of things.
So, also for his smarts? On the blue team with Danny are Hud, Adam, and Mackenzie for reasons unaired, but we do learn to never tell Mackenzie any secrets.
I do this at home all the time. I mean, come on. You get a phone call, you hear something juicy, you hang up, you run and tell your friend.
As usual, the winning team captain gets immunity at the guess-off and a clue from the wine cellar. Losing team captain lands in the bottom 2 alongside another loser of their choice.
Here we go. This is limerick number 1. On the mountain there once was a lion. In a handmade rose dress she was styling. But her dancing was bad, and it made the town sad. So they shipped her right off to the island.
The blue team gets off to a rocky start after Adam pulls a hamstring while needlessly barrel rolling through the obstacle course.
Anything athletic, I'm gonna destroy.
Then he wastes time telling Danny about it instead of reciting the limerick.
Go.
My hammy started to tighten up a little bit.
What?
But they still managed to recreate the first poem with half an hour left for the second. During the red team's turn, Miguel is confident in his athletic abilities, with good reason.
Come on.
As well as his ability to retain information.
Hello.
There once was a mountain that lived on. There once was a mountain. No, there once was a lion on the mountain that wore a dress. It started dancing, and the town got mad. Handmade dress, by the way.
Okay.
Handmaiden dress.
What were you hearing when I yelled at you?
I literally remember word for word exactly what you said, and I repeated it exactly as I heard it to Naomi.
But somehow, and I mean that literally because the edit doesn't show us,
On the mountain there once was a lion.
In her handmade rose dress, I thought she was styling.
Her dancing was bad. It made the town sad. So they shipped her off the island.
Hello.
There once was a lion. It wore a dress. That's all we've got.
the red team eventually recites the entire poem to their last member, Naomi, who then takes another 20 minutes to realize that the word island is represented by an unmarked bottle of Thousand Island salad dressing. Since Naomi said this last episode,
I'm smart enough to get around this. I don't need to solve the whole thing.
I've wondered if the editing is setting her up for a hubris-based downfall. And though the unlabeled salad dressing was probably the hardest object to identify, it didn't take Danny 20 minutes to find it.
Thousand Islands dressing.
Despite Shane's extensive preparation,
Telephone? I studied this challenge. Whew.
by the time his team is ready to recreate the second poem, they've only got 5 minutes left on their clock.
Limerick number 2. His toga was in disarray on an oddly peculiar Friday. He wrote a honky-tonk song, but his hair was too long, and his pompadour needed a spray.
Can they do it? No.
He wrote a honky-tonk song.
Meanwhile, the blue team finishes the entire challenge with almost 8 minutes to spare. Obviously, they win. Danny gets immunity and a clue from the wine cellar. Though Naomi cost her team any chance of winning instead of pulling her into the bottom two, losing Captain Shane makes a more strategic choice.
I don't know if I have to pick anybody. I think it's going to be Miguel, unfortunately.
Okay.
Miguel's a wild card. He made everybody think he was Antonio Banderas' relation. Now we're back at square one. So if anybody's gonna vote one way, that's a no-brainer.
That night, over a meal, or not,
I'm saying you just did that all out of your mouth.
Sorry.
a desperate Miguel asks Naomi for the wine cellar clue she won last episode. In exchange, he offers a clue to his own identity. But after his performance in Yora Banderas, Naomi is hesitant to trust anything Miguel says. She respects the gameplay, but she's also going to vote for him to be the guesser because of it. In the wine cellar, Danny pulls Diedrich's clue, hoping to figure out if he's related to Little Richard or Michael Jackson. And he definitely does.
Scarecrow owl going backward into... What the hell does this mean? Man walk backward? So that makes me think moonwalking.
I'm pretty sure the rest of this clue says Neverland, the name of Michael Jackson's house that's already been brought up this season.
I've been to Graceland and Neverland. I had birthdays there.
Apparently, Shane, he's gone up to Neverland Valley Ranch, met Michael Jackson.
Even the way Diedrich adds the word valley, like he's so familiar with the place he can't help but call it what it's actually called, is suspicious in retrospect. Later, as Miguel pores over the telephone poems, he wonders if the line about bad dancing is a hint that Diedrich is related to Michael Jackson. But without the wine cellar clue to confirm that yes it is, Miguel is forced to listen to other people's opinions, like Adam, who thinks pompadour is a hint that Diedrich's related to Little Richard.
Did Little Richard have a pompadour?
He was known for his pomp.
Or Mackenzie, who thinks Adam is related to David Schwimmer.
Like swim, but schwim.
Because he voices the giraffe in the movie Madagascar. An island. We already know that's wrong because Adam's relative is a musician and because...
Miguel. Don't quit your J job, Junior. What you think it is, you don't have. Giraffe is my clue.
Hoping to stake her claim, not to fame, but as a strategic threat in the competition, Mackenzie pretends that Miguel told her about David Schwimmer to gauge Adam's reaction. But all we get is another failed experiment.
He doesn't have anything. His ideas are all over the place.
Did he tell you this thing from me or no?
He thinks your clue from this is giraffe. The voice of the giraffe is David Schwimmer.
Do me a favor? If you want to drop a clue like that, I said Matthew McConaughey.
When Mackenzie returns to Miguel, hoping this new information will persuade him to follow her agenda instead of someone else's,
I am like 99% sure that Adam is David Schwimmer. That's pretty solid.
That is very solid.
he realizes that because his Machiavellian gameplay made it impossible for his castmates to trust him, he doesn't know if he can trust them either. Except Diedrich, who he's thinking of betraying. At the guess-off, the cast unanimously votes for Miguel to be the guesser, an event so set in stone, not even Ho-Ho-in Kiyoma could change it. In the perfect ending to his untrustworthy arc, Miguel targets Diedrich, the only other member of the Wolfpack alliance he created.
You want to be part of the Wolfpack?
We're not playing checkers, we're playing chess, right?
Chess.
Taking Adam's advice, Miguel guesses that Diedrich is related to Little Richard, not Michael Jackson.
Miguel. No way. Oh, what up, homie? Not Little Richard, baby.
What made you guess Little Richard?
Adam. Thanks, Adam.
Shane's reaction made me wonder if he's related to Little Richard. It doesn't make much sense with his two truths and a lie, or with his family friends.
Michael Jackson's also my sister's godfather.
But maybe. We learn that Miguel's second name is Miguel, and that his real first name is Raphael. His aunt is Oscar winner Jamie Lee Curtis, a real A-list movie star, evidenced by the fact that she doesn't have time to record a long video message for her nephew's stupid little TV show.
You guessed it. This is my lovely nephew, Raphael Curtis.
Miguel explains that since his mom was hospitalized 2 years ago, it's his aunt who supported them financially. I guess while he waits for his acting career to take off. As he leaves the mansion, we see a big knife on the clue wall, referencing either Halloween or Knives Out. The footage has new context than when it was first used last episode, and I thought the editors were just calling Miguel a little crazy.
This was never a game to me. This has always been a battle. This will always be, until the day that I leave, a war of attrition, a war of deceit, and a war of the mind.
Oh, great balls of fate, please cast Miguel on The Traitors Season 4. As the episode ends, Adam laments another wrong guess and wonders if he'll ever figure out who anyone's related to.
Right now, I have no idea who anybody is in this house. I feel like the worst person in this entire game. I mean, if this whole thing just keeps going the way it is, I may never get one right.
At least he got information. Mackenzie still wrongly thinks he's related to David Schwimmer. Also, there's something about the placement of this interview. It's right at the end of a big episode. There's swelling music. Adam's feeling low because he's not very good at the game. Is he gonna be totally clueless all season only to guess right in the end and win it all? Or is he gonna blow up his alliance in the next episode and get taken out before the halfway point?
Adam's an entitled little brat.
Either way, with both Gracie Lou and Miguel out of the competition, there's gonna be a lot of screen time up for grabs. Who will step into the spotlight for their own 2 to 3 episode elimination arc? Find out next week in another Claim to Fame recap. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.